This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Erika Kristensen-Lee. Tonight on the Scorecard, Jessica Pegula ends Alexandra Eala's Miami fairy tale. Filipinos celebrate Eala's historic run with pride. Sabalenka shines, Djokovic dominates as Miami Open heats up. While Alperen Sengun shines with 33 points and 10 rebounds as Rockets down Jazz 121-110. And joining us in the studio tonight, Philippine football's undeniable moving force, Manny Ott. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 28th of March. Now, here's a roundup. Jessica Pegula put an end to Alexandra Eala's dream run at the Miami Open, overcoming the teenage wild card 7-6, 5-7, and 6-3. The number 4 seed Pegula faced a tough challenge from Eala herself, who made history this week as the first ever player from the Philippines to defeat a top 10 player since the WTA rankings began back in 1975. After a 2-hour and 26-minute battle early Friday morning, Pegula clinched her spot in the championship match. World number 1 Aryna Sabalenka awaits Pegula in the final after cruising past Jasmine Paolini in straight sets just earlier. Eala had become the talk of the tournament with her stunning run to the semi-finals, notching victories over reigning Australian Open Championship Madison Keys and former world number 1 Iga Swiatek, both in straight sets. The 19-year-old's journey from practicing on a basketball court with her brother Miko to the grand stage of the Miami Open captivated fans and all Filipinos all around the world who celebrated her inspiring performance.
Amazing. Not often you see a player, the losing player of a match, with the bigger smile.
And as you said, it's life-changing. Just from a tournament structure point of view, the bigger tournaments, the more points.
As you can see, with Filipinos waving flags and cheering loudly all throughout the match, making their presence felt at the Hard Rock Stadium, social media was also abuzz with messages of pride and admiration for the young tennis sensation. Eala came out swinging against Pegula, quickly establishing a 5-2 lead. But Pegula, a 2-time semi-finalist in Miami, drew from her experience. Despite her own challenges, of course, including a 3-setter against 2021 U.S. Open champion Emma Raducanu, Pegula's steady play prevailed as Eala's counter-punching tactics eventually faltered. And now all eyes turn to the final showdown between Pegula and Sabalenka at the Hard Rock Stadium. Still, we are so proud of you, Alex. World number 1 Aryna Sabalenka breezed into her first Miami Open final with a commanding 6-2 and 6-2 victory over Italy's Jasmine Paolini, taking just 71 minutes to seal the win. Sabalenka dictated the pace with powerful serves as usual and precision ground strokes, leaving Paolini struggling to find her rhythm after falling short in the Indian Wells final. Sabalenka is determined to turn the tables. On the ATP side, though, world number 1 Novak Djokovic is making waves on his quest for a 7th Miami Open title. Novak Djokovic put on a show to secure his spot in the Miami Open semifinals with a commanding 6-3, 7-6 victory over the world number 1. Not only delivered a masterclass in precision and power, but also became the oldest man to reach a Masters 1000 semifinal at age 37. The Serbian rallied from 4-1 and 5-2 down in the second set to edge past American Sebastian Korda 6-3, 7-6 in just 84 minutes. Djokovic will face Bulgaria's Grigor Dimitrov in the semifinals, while Sabalenka will face Pegula. Both stars are set to bring their A-game as the Miami Open heats up. Meanwhile, Alperen Sengun turned up the heat with 33 points and 10 rebounds. Eamon Thompson chipped in 16 points, 10 boards, and 5 assists as the Houston Rockets cruised past the Utah Jazz at 121-110 with just over 2 weeks left in the regular season. The Rockets maintain a 2-game lead over the third-place Denver Nuggets in the Western Conference standings. Jalen Green was on point with 21 points, while Tari Eason added 15 to keep Houston rolling. On the other side, Colin Sexton led the Jazz with 21 points. Keontae George dropped 17, and rookies Isaiah Collier and Kylie Filipowski chipped in 16 apiece, with Bryce Sensabaugh adding 15. Utah struggled to keep up defensively despite showing moments of promise from their younger talents. Sengun dominated the paint with his footwork and post moves, while Thompson's playmaking kept the offense flowing. A solid night for the Rockets here as they keep their momentum and eye a strong finish to the season. And of course, here are more results from around the NBA. And here's your daily dose of sports lingo. Okay, what makes a drive volley one of the most exciting shots in tennis? A drive volley is a powerful and yet aggressive shot that combines precision and strength. Unlike a traditional volley, which is usually gentler and placed, it involves hitting the ball with a full swing before it bounces, often taken at the net or mid-court to put immediate pressure on the opponent. Now, this high-risk, high-reward shot requires excellent timing, quick reflexes, and of course, your confidence. Many top players use the drive volley to seize control of a point and finish it off with absolute style. Alex Eala has actually shown her skills with the drive volley on multiple occasions. Her aggressive style of play and strong net presence make this shot a valuable weapon in her arsenal, a testament to her growing maturity and courage on the court. Now it's time for our off-court buzzer. Alex Eala, the Filipina tennis phenom who made waves at the Miami Open, expects a massive payout of, wait for this, $597,890, not pesos, dollars. So that is roughly around 34.3 million pesos alone and 650 ranking points for reaching the semifinals. Now, in just 2 weeks, Alex Eala's professional tennis journey has soared to new heights in a way even her team might not have predicted. The Filipina sensation's career and life are set for a remarkable turn following her spectacular run at the WTA 1000 Miami Open. As per the WTA live rankings, Eala has climbed from number 140 in the world to a high of number 75. Yes, you guys, she is finally included in the top 100, which would put her comfortably inside again the top 104 players who will be seeded into the season's next 3 Grand Slams, beginning with the French Open in May, as well as other WTA 1000 events this year. But the biggest boost from all of these is to Alex Eala's confidence and her self-belief. After dismantling 3 Grand Slam players, Filipinos all over the world watched and cheered for Alex Eala, celebrating every win as she made history on the global stage. With each victory, Eala is not just facing the best, she is actually becoming one of them. Also making a buzz is the star-studded 3rd-year anniversary of Bingo Plus, and the scorecard was on the red carpet of the exclusive gala night. Check this out. Dito sa Marriott Hotel, magaganap ang 3rd anniversary ng Bingo Plus Night 2025. Ito ay isang annual gala that celebrates the launch of the first ever interactive digital bingo platform dito sa Pilipinas. Ngayong gabi makakasama natin ang ating mga Bingo Plus ambassadors na sina Kim Chu, Vice Ganda at syempre si Papa P. Ready na rin mag-perform sina parokya ni Edgar at ang ating international artist na si Stephen Speaks at si Angeline Quinto. Present din syempre si Miss Universe 2025 na si Victoria Tilvig bilang guest at ang ating mga hosts na si Nicole Cordoves at Sam YG. Marami pang mga artists at influencers na maglalakad dito sa ating purple carpet. Ayon kay Bingo Plus President na si Sir Jasper Vicencio, up to 300 million pesos ang grand prize na mapapalanunan ng ating mga prayers tonight at syempre isang brand new car na worth 5 million pesos. The grand celebration of Bingo Plus Night highlights the company's ongoing commitment to providing innovative entertainment experiences for its growing community. It also proves that as Bingo Plus continues to expand, it remains dedicated to improving the lives of Filipinos. When asked by Billionario News Channel about their plans to innovate the platform, Bingo Plus President Jasper Vicencio shared that they aim to focus on evolving the local entertainment industry, particularly in providing easier access for Filipinos. Additionally, Sir Jasper emphasized their commitment to giving back through their CSR firm, the Bingo Plus Foundation.
The aim of the company is really to give back. Diba? Hindi naman yan kabig ng kabig.
Yes.
The more we give back to the community also, the more we give back to our players.
Bingo Plus Ambassador Piola Pascual reinforced this statement when we asked him why he chose to be a part of this brand.
Well, as an endorser, you also have to believe in what you're endorsing. And growing up in the Philippines, I must say, Filipinos are into not necessarily gambling, but having some time for something else. And it's also nice to represent something that has a CSR arm, which I was told about. So as long as you're able to help people and give them better lives, I'm all for that.
And of course, on a lighter note, we asked him what aspect of the brand resonates with him the most. His answer, fun.
Very fun, I guess, and you don't forget, it's not just about the business model, but I guess it's about what you can do with what you're given. With Bingo Plus, just like what I said with their CSR arm, the Bingo Plus Foundation, I've been told as to how much they've been helping our community.
The future looks exciting for Bingo Plus. With their commitment to innovation and community support, there's definitely more to look forward to.
Sa Bingo Plus, panalo ang pangarap mo pag may kasama.
Manalo ka, ate!
Ang saya!
Sa Bingo Plus, may chance kang manalo anywhere, anytime.
Manalo ka, kuya!
Sa Bingo Plus, panalo ka sa kaibigan at pangarap. Kapiling sa tuwa at mga tagumpay. Sa Bingo Plus, may kaibigan kasama mo sa panalo. Ang Bingo Plus.
Sa Bingo Plus, kasama ng maraming games ang maraming premyo.
Kasama mo sa panalo. Ang Bingo Plus.
And that's our roundup for tonight, the 28th of March. Up next, joining us in the studio is Philippine football's undeniable moving force, Manny Ott. So watch out for that right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. He has been a steady driving force on the pitch for the Philippine men's football team. The reliable midfielder has been wearing the national colors for 15 years now, and there is no stopping him from continuing to compete for our flag and our country. Welcome to the BNC studio, Manny Ott. Hello, Manny. How are you?
I'm okay.
Thank you so much for coming here on such short notice. Welcome to The Scorecard. We're so happy that you could make it.
Thank you.
All right, Manny. Now, as mentioned earlier, and we did talk about it off cam, that I can't believe it's been 15 years already for you as a professional football player here in the Philippines. How are you feeling? 15 years, that is crazy.
15 years? Definitely making me feel old now, But yeah, it's been amazing, to be here. Seen a lot, obviously,
Of course.
Yeah, a lot have changed, but for the better. So yeah, enjoying the ride, and I hope I can still be around a couple of more years.
Couple more years, so you're not even thinking of retiring yet, Manny? Huh?
No, we were joking with my wife, so I just tried to make the 20 full, so hopefully I can achieve that.
Of course, and I'm sure you will. All right, Manny, now for 15 years now, can I ask you what has been the most significant change that you've seen in the national team? Because, oh my goodness, you've been through it all. You're probably the last man standing amongst the OGs.
Yes.
Back in the day, with the young husband brothers. We've got Ali Borromeo Strachey as well, and now you're here with the young guns. So what has been the most significant change that you've seen all throughout?
I think the most significant change overall during that time has been the organization, and everything has been much better than when I came first, so like flights, hotels, etc., training stuff. Now with our last camp, I was like thinking about, I was like, damn, I'm 32 now. I wish it was like when I joined first, so I'm really happy for the young guys, but yeah, in terms of organization, I think it's much more improved, and yeah, definitely happy for the young guys.
Right. Manny, what keeps you going? I mean, for 15 years, were there any moments where you were thinking of just quitting, or maybe playing for another club? Or what kept you motivated to keep joining and playing for our country?
I mean, I've joined since I was 17, so still being part of it is like a huge honor, and I'm definitely, my family is very proud of it, my mom and my dad and my wife. So yeah, it's never been really a thing of like I wanted to quit, so as long as I can still help improve the team and be as of service, then that's something I always wanted to do. And till my legs give up and they don't need my help anymore, then consider retiring.
Speaking of your mom, I know that she is the Filipina one, right, amongst your parents. So when you first told her back in 2010 that, Mom, hey, I've been recruited to play for our country, walk us through that moment. What was she feeling at the time?
Oh, she was really happy, when she heard the first time that I got called up. She actually wanted to come, but I was like, Mom, this is national team, so it's like I have to do this by myself. But yeah, it was fun. Like she's really supporting. She's still watching every time the games with my dad. So I do always get feedback still after the games,
Really?
Yeah, so it's been fun. She's a tough one on me still, when I don't do a good job, like the first critics, then my wife next. But yeah.
As they say, your parents will always be your harshest and your first critics, right?
So
shout out to Manny's mom. All right, Manny, now finally you are the team captain for the Philippine men's national team. Can you describe your leadership style? How do you guide our young players?
I think like in terms of guiding style, it's never been really occurring to me. Like I was really proud and happy to be named captain for the last game. So yeah, I've been always somebody who likes to joke around. So I've never really taken it too serious with the young guys and stuff. But whenever it comes to competition and trainings, that's when I'm serious. So like I really want to focus on the best stuff. So yeah, only on the field I'm actually the serious one. So I'm just trying to control the young guys, to get them to use their heads more, and using my experience to guide them on the field. So yeah.
Okay. Actually, a couple of months ago, I did, and Jing would know this because he was there, but we guested Sandro and Bjorn in the show. And well, cameras off at the time, I noticed that they're clowns, they're jokesters, right? So how do you control like this environment? Being you are the serious one.
No, yeah, we still joke around, like it's always a funny competition with the guys. It's a good chemistry, the last camps has been amazing, and it's funny. We get to talk sometimes, it's like when the older guys go together, it's like, what are these young guys talking about? There's like a huge age difference and stuff. But in overall terms, like the joking way is still everybody understands each other. It's like, for some weird reason, we know when to stop and when to find a balance, So it's like, it's been a good group. And yeah, we're definitely enjoying the trips, and the next camp's coming up.
Yeah, in June, correct? That's your next game for the Asian Cups, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so let's jump into the Asian Cup. Congratulations, by the way, on your big win against Maldives just the other day. It was an incredible game, by the way. I think you guys displayed such showmanship and especially teamwork. So can you tell us what was the key to that victory against Maldives?
I think like we said, it was a good team chemistry, but the camp itself was really special. We had a good camp, a good training facility. The staff was really well prepared, and everybody was, so it really helped the team. And in terms of overall, we have just a lot of good quality players. The young guys are really hungry, and it's a well-balanced mix, So yeah, in terms of everything, it's like definitely something to look forward for. The team is really looking good, and we're all excited to be back for the next camp already.
Oh yeah, and we are very excited as football fans to watch you guys again kill it on the field. All right, Manny, now before we go, just my last question also, I did ask you about, like how your teammates would play on the field, but I also want to ask you, how can you, in the eyes of a captain, what do you think can be improved still in your team preparing for your game in June?
I mean, I think the toughest challenge for us all, in the national team is like we have so many players playing in different countries coming from abroad, So to get really an understanding how everybody's moving, how everybody's ticking. It takes a while. So yeah, we're just trying to work it out. It still takes a lot of time, probably still a lot more camps, but in overall, like, yeah, that's probably the toughest challenge we have, or we can improve, but that's for the coach to figure out. So
Not
yeah,
my
we
problem.
leave it up to him. But yeah, I think like the boys are good enough, everybody's good enough, and we're having a good time. So yeah, I think that's the biggest challenge we have so far.
All right, well, that's it, Manny. Thank you so much for joining us here on the
Thank
Scorecard.
you.
When the Scorecard returns, let's talk about the up-and-coming match between Aryna Sabalenka and Jessica Pegula for the Miami Open crown, so you can keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to the Scorecard. It is time to keep your eyes on the prize. All right, tennis fans, buckle up because we've got a blockbuster final on our hands here. Still, I mean, we've got Manny Ott, obviously, still leading the charge in the pit, but two of the most consistent powerhouses on tour are set to clash in the WTA Miami final. And let me tell you all, this one's got all the makings of a real classic. All right, let's start. Now, these two have been here before, obviously, just last year. Actually, it was Sabalenka getting the better of Pegula in Cincinnati and at the US Open. 6 wins to 2 in their head-to-head. That is no fluke. Sabalenka has had Pegula's number when it matters the most. But hey, this is Miami. This is Pegula's home turf, if you guys are forgetting. If there is ever a time for her to flip the script, it is now. First set winner. Here's the thing. Sabalenka comes out swinging like a wrecking ball. We are talking aggressive first strike tennis, baseline dominance, and a serve that can knock you in to the next week. I mean, Aryna Sabalenka, everybody, she is known for these. And when she is in this kind of form, oh, you better bring your A game from the first ball here. Now, if Pegula starts slow, she is actually in so much trouble. But hold on, Pegula is as tough as they come. The American doesn't get rattled, she doesn't even panic, and she certainly doesn't fold under pressure. If she can disrupt Sabalenka's rhythm early, extend the rallies, and force her into long, grinding points, she's got a shot at sneaking away with the opening set. But the big question is, who wins the match? All right, look, Sabalenka is playing like a woman on a mission here. After a slight post-Australian Open dip, she's back to looking unstoppable. She's bulldozing through opponents, and she hasn't dropped more than 5 games in a set all tournament. And Pegula, she's had to dig deep. 3-set battles, tight moments, a little more wear and tear on the body that adds up. Now, if Sabalenka is in full flight, Pegula needs to play perfect tennis. And let's be real here, that is a tough ask against someone who plays at warp speed and hits a ball harder than anyone else on tour. Pegula is going to fight here, no doubt. She's got the smarts, the steadiness, and the counter-punching skills to turn this into a war, but Sabalenka is a force of nature when she is locked in. And right now, she looks locked in. Now, it all comes down to this, you guys. Sabalenka and Pegula are set for an epic showdown here in Miami. Power versus precision, aggression versus resilience. Can Pegula finally turn the tide, or will Sabalenka's dominance continue? And let's not forget Alex Eala here, the young Filipino who made waves this tournament with a gutsy performance against Pegula. She's proving she belongs amongst the best, and the Philippines has a new tennis hero to cheer for. So tomorrow, it's Miami's biggest battle here. Sabalenka versus Pegula for the championship title. Get ready for the fireworks. And of course, that wraps up tonight's preview, so you can keep your eyes on the prize. Now, before we go, think on this. From a 20-time Grand Slam champion who held the world #1 ranking for 310 weeks and dominated men's tennis for nearly 2 decades, Roger Federer once said, "I'm a very positive thinker, and I think that is what helps me the most in difficult moments." And with that, thank you so much for joining us once again tonight. We will see you again next week on the Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport, right here on the Billionario News Channel. Once again, this has been Erika Kristensen-Lee. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Victory!